What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Toonen to Dillon with your co-host, AJ Dillon.
And Will Toonen, and a friendly guest.
Alan Lazard, the Lizard King, Mr. ATT himself. How we doing, man?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, boys. It's a pleasure and an honor.
The audience is fired up.
Yeah, they're fired up. You hear that?
Man.
Fired up. Hey, obviously, ATT, you're always talking about it, always repping it. I know you got the docu-series going. Just like, what is ATT? Just a quick little, synopsis. What do we got? What does it stand for?
Yeah, ATT is kind of a mindset that I developed in high school. My best friend and I kind of coined it. Yeah, there we go. ATT. Usually it's just one, you do it with somebody else.
Yeah, right. There you go.
There we go. Yeah, you guys are both ATT now.
Hell yeah. Bonded.
But it's what it is just not a title. It's not a place. It's not an accomplishment. It's just a mindset of waking up and just being the best version of yourself every day. And that's something I kind of learned, back in back in high school, in college, and really just developed that mindset. I've encountered obviously a lot of different people throughout my professional career and everything, and other guys that I've just kind of adopted the little traits that they've done throughout their life to help them be successful and whatnot. And so I've just kind of constantly been growing at the top. And last year during the pandemic and everything, my best friend and I decided, like, hey, how about we turn this into a brand? How about we spread the good news and the stuff that's helped us be successful? Why don't we share it to other people in case they want to adopt it and want to implement it in their life as well? So we started this brand last summer, and like you said, we're doing a docu-series right now. Yeah. We just shot our last episode this past weekend. We had Razul Douglas, so that episode should be dropping. Ooh, yeah, I know. Crazy story. So when that episode drops, it'll be another good one as well.
Yeah, you gotta let us know. We'll definitely get everybody tuned into that.
Yeah,
I had my cameo about I think 2 episodes ago. It was pretty cool. Got to go over to the Lizard King studio. It gets wild down there. And for all you guys that don't know, we call him the Lizard King, Alan Lazard. All his followers, all his, all the people that follow Alan, that's the Lizard Legion.
The Lizard Legion.
The Lizard Legion.
I could follow that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Lizard King.
I don't know exactly what you have to do to be a part of it.
You got to get crowned by
him. There's probably like a really slithery, slimy way to get in there.
I feel like you had that written down in your notes.
No, that's freelance. That was just right off the dome, just freestyle on here. But
okay, wow, impressed.
Yeah,
that was a great one. But yeah, for at the top though, if anyone interested for that, you can go to atthetop.life. And we have a bunch of different stuff there. We have a little blog, just a little bit more of a background story on me and my business partner Ryan, and just kind of just the upbringing of that. There's we have a connection to our YouTube channel, which has the entire docu-series episodes 1 through 6 right now available. We're on Instagram as well, at the top.
Awesome.
I love to hear that, man.
Check out At the Top, and always, as you see, you got his merch. You got to go pick some of that up. And while you're there, go to tunintodillon.com and get your Tune Into Dillon merch. We got hoodies, T-shirts, and all different colors, some crew necks. And we even got sizes big enough for Alan, so extra large. The big and tall section is gonna be perfect.
Big and tall.
I love to hear that stuff though. Like, just trying to better yourself. It's a great time of year to kind of push that message as well. Personally, I know myself, like, New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. I want to read more or something simple like that. But just to better. Not as much as I wish I was, but like I said, gotta wake up with that
small
mindset.
Steps.
Small steps. One step in the right direction.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely. ATT. I'm about that. I love that. Love that lifestyle.
Alan's really big on his zodiac signs with the birthdays.
Oh yeah.
If you ever log on to your Twitch, this is a story for another time. But if anybody's listening, if you ever go on to Alan's Twitch and you type in your birthday, he'll read you exactly all your signs and pretty much exactly who you are.
Yeah,
it's pretty accurate too.
It is. And that's why I love it, really. I just kind of got into the whole zodiac sign and
what inspired that? What inspired the zodiac sign? Because one time, there's always that one crazy girl that kind of gets it. But what's your story, bro?
Yeah, I guess I don't think
it's
it's
origin story.
Yeah, what's the origin story?
I don't think there's a one specific origin story
Too many
to
to
my
choose
interests.
from.
Yeah, too many girls that are into that, I guess. Nah, but it just really intrigued me. Kind of reading and diving into it and whatnot, and just like, a lot of these things kind of aligned with exactly what's going on in my life right now. So it's like, if I adjust my life to kind of how this thing is going, I've kind of found a lot of success from that, and peace and happiness, and just being more centered and everything. So
Absolutely.
just kind of, I like to take things from anything I can get, whether it's different things going on in life, just implement into my life and keep moving forward.
What do you say
all
when
good
you're like
vibes, all ATT at the top, man?
Yeah, what do you always say with special teams? The more you can do,
the more you can do.
The more you can do.
You know, we taught me that. That's Alan Lazard. Yeah, he was out there taking pictures.
Okay.
Did you see that? Who scored this week, and you're out there taking pictures?
It was 12 and Evan.
Yeah,
okay.
12 came up to me.
And Evan single.
Yeah, he took his camera and started taking pictures.
That's fire. The more you can do.
The more you can do, man.
Oh man, yeah, that is perfect. I see you're over there by your gaming setup, and you posted your big soccer guy. I saw you post the other day about, what are you waiting on the call?
Waiting for my moment.
Waiting for your moment.
What's the origin story of that? Because I grew up playing soccer. My dad played in college.
All I know is I got two guys who can't beat me in FIFA.
Bro, I suck in FIFA, bro. Don't even act.
And I really
he doesn't even use the right stick, bro. He just hits Y every time.
Who would win?
Just mashing B. I know.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, he swears he's a sniper, and he's like
all crosses.
PSG guy too.
No touch. Oh yeah, of course.
All I know is Ibrahimovic or whatever.
Yeah, so you're okay. So you're a big FIFA guy though. So he's sick. Well, you're a big FIFA guy though. So you an Ultimate Team guy? You play the seasons? What's the word with that?
Yeah, so I really got into FIFA in college.
Okay.
During camp, when we first went to camp my freshman year, we kind of had like a hour, probably 2.5 hour time period during lunch. After the first practice, this is back when we had 2-a-days.
Yep, that's a grind.
Which is kind of funny for me to say back in the old days.
Hey, I had 2 days my freshman year, even at D3 school. So I feel you on the trying to catch a little unwind time. So
right. So during lunch, we would sit in the locker room and play FIFA. So a lot of guys would play it. So I kind of, that was my first opening to it, and just getting peak interest. So I started playing that. Then a lot of my friends follow soccer very much, still heavily today. Probably have, I think it's about 10 of us in a group chat.
Okay. EPL or what's the word with that?
EPL more so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I love all soccer. Ibra's my favorite guy.
Okay.
So I've kind of just followed him in his whole career.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Guys, stop throwing bras over here. Alan is not here. You got to send him his way.
But then, just trying to obviously I was very intrigued with FIFA and everything with soccer. And then I also noticed Chad Johnson, right? I play receiver, so Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco. He's kind of coined as the receiver with the best footwork in the game,
And he's a huge FIFA guy.
FIFA guy. And if you watch him, he plays soccer. I follow him. He's been one of my favorite wide receivers growing up and whatnot. And I still look up to him today. But he's very and heavily involved in the soccer culture and playing soccer and whatnot. So I kind of started doing that. I was dating a girl back in college. I played soccer. That kind of helped with that interest I had. And I kind of found a way to
tell us more.
I kind of found a way to implement soccer with football, just because I was able to realize on how much it helps you with center of balance, your control,
just coordination,
footwork, coordination.
Yeah, absolutely. I see that you juggle before in pregame. I actually used to do that too back in college, just because it's a nice warm up of bringing your brain to your feet and just
right.
Just
getting your whole body involved, really.
Yeah, get the whole body.
Fellow receivers.
Stuff. Yeah, I was a receiver guy too. I studied routes.
Okay.
Wes Walker.
Yeah, a little bit. But no, absolutely. The juggling, just to be mindful of your feet and having that attention to detail, and just how soccer is just so pure with that is like I definitely understand how that all ties in. It's great to hear a fellow receiver say something positive about soccer because everyone wants to talk noise about how it's so soft and everybody's flopping. But
I used to be me. I still somewhat call it grass fairies and whatnot because they do flop and
they do. It is. I mean, the NBA might be worse now, but like
I'm just happy your swag got a lot better.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. We
were looking at some old tape of you, bro. And,
So one of my good friends, one of my college roommates. I don't know if you remember Michael Frankel. He played football. He played football at Iowa State, and was an Ames High guy, Little Cyclones, right? So that's your conference, and I believe you were a senior when he was a sophomore. And I was actually looking up some old tapes and saw you absolutely like murder a kid. Me and him were texting, and he's like, "Yeah, he like absolutely killed my buddy." And I like pulled it up, and I was like, we were dying laughing, talking about it and stuff. But I also found a nice little clip of
the green, please.
Yes, bro. So like it was like it might have been one of the ugliest plays I've ever seen. I don't know, Declan. Do we have the clip of this?
Oh God, this is a me.
That boy was form running.
I was so mad because there was a double motion, so I knew the play was like literally going to go back 5 yards regardless of the outcome. So, but I still ran and caught the pass.
Still put it on the highlights.
That's good. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Flex it.
You can't tell.
Can you hear me yet?
Absolutely.
Oh, can you hear me yet?
Oh yeah, he can hear you.
All right, cool. Sorry, I thought I got muted there for a second. But anyway, I wanted to question the swag on that, just because like you guys were blue and red, right? So Urbandale's blue and red. What's with the lime green? Like I get it was like 2013 at the time, but like come on, where was that coming from?
That was definitely the 2013 bright neon, trendy fads that were going around.
Speed, bro. Nike Speed right there.
I'm surprised you didn't have any Nike Elites on.
I should have.
Elites pulled up all the way to the top too. Like no fold in the socks. Oh my gosh.
All right. Hey, you know what time it is. It's time for the joke of the day.
Yeah.
I know you got one. We did prepare you. Do a little transition. This is a transition song. You ready for it?
Yep.
Very nice.
All right, here we go. Joke of the day.
Yep.
What lights up a soccer stadium?
Very fitting.
Yeah, ties in. I don't know.
Not sure.
A soccer match.
Okay. All right.
That's actually really good.
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
I like that one.
I'll go next because I feel like mine's kind of similarly. I feel like you have a really good one.
I don't know, but it'll play.
All right. Mine is, why don't you tell jokes to a window?
Because you can see through it.
Because it'll crack up.
Okay. I couldn't figure out why the baseball kept getting bigger, and then it hit me.
See, that one was good.
That was good.
Awesome. You gotta love that.
Joke of the days, keep it clean, lighthearted fun.
Always.
That's all we're about.
You see the analytics.
Yeah.
We got young kids, we got older people.
Yeah.
Keep it PG-17.
Yeah. Everybody.
We're all inclusive.
All right, man. All right, so obviously big football fans. You're a big NFL fan at heart too, and college football, I assume. So who you got? Bama, Georgia.
Iowa State.
Go Clones.
Yeah, I wish. I'm gonna go Georgia. Just the way that they took it to Michigan in that first game.
They really did.
Cincinnati did surprise me a lot. Cincinnati, I think, that did a pretty good job, especially being a Power 5 or not a non-Power 5 conference. First team to really get in the playoffs and do that.
I agree.
They did a pretty good job to hang in with Alabama, who's obviously had success for years now.
They didn't fold. They did not back down, which was great to see.
That was actually really cool to see them in there. Somebody from a smaller conference,
right? So yeah, we did a little pick 'em for our podcast or whatever. I picked Michigan. So one of my real good friends, Nathan Wheeler. I'll shout out Nathan Wheeler anytime. And then anyway, he's like big Michigan fan at heart, and he's like, we might do this, And then I see I see the old lineman coming in with those, like, they had the
run the ball.
run the damn ball shirts on. I'm like, oh, they're gonna do it, bro. And then they had like 29 rushing yards, and I'm just like, what are you like? You can't be.
Old takes exposed.
Old takes, freezing cold takes. That's definitely one of them. So I was like, I'm a Big Ten guy at heart too. Wisconsin fan.
Wisconsin born, bred.
Yeah, you love the Big Ten. Iowa State could be in the Big Ten if they wanted to. Maybe, I don't know. They struggle with Iowa, but.
No, but that's. I think isn't that the first time like a team that's not a Power 5 school has been in the college football playoffs?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Sticking with history. 443 touchdown. 443. Everybody wants to know, man. How'd that feel? What was that like? When did it kind of sink in, set in that really happened? And did doing the Mike Evans ever pull on your mind?
I mean, I didn't really think too much of it going into the game and everything. Obviously, we knew about it.
Okay.
But I didn't think too much of it. I wasn't like, you saw my celebration after. I didn't really have anything planned. So when I caught it and I scored, I was just like, it was just like, oh, what just happened? Like, I just did that. Like, what does this mean now? So obviously to be a part of that, to be a part of his history, to be a part of this organization's history, for all the accomplishments they've had over the 100 years that they've been going. And obviously it's a huge accomplishment for me. And just like, for me, it was just like a reflective moment for when I first got here and Aaron yelled at me on the sideline to get in the game, and was like, I want 13 in the game. And I was just like, at that time, my first year of really playing, hadn't really gotten a lot of tick. And he's calling for me to be in the game. He throws me a pass, I drop it. The next play, he throws me an out and up, and I score. And, it was just like, here we are today. Yeah. So for me, after I scored that touchdown, that's what it was. It was, I had just scored that touchdown in the Monday Night Football game 3 years ago. And then it's like kind of all just like,
that is crazy. Full circle.
I remember that. Yeah, that was a real cool moment. You've had a real cool career. Just the fact that, well, actually, when I was one of my good friends had a junior day at Iowa State, and I tagged along with him on it, and like I was watching at spring ball practice.
Saw a young lizard.
Yes, I saw a young lizard. I believe it was in 2014 or 2015. I think it was spring of 2015. And I was like, damn, this dude's massive. Like, is he playing tight end or whatever? And you were just balling on your boys at Iowa State. But anyway, just kind of see the progression of your career. My buddy and I are like, oh, that dude's first rounder for sure. But you kind of decided to do the grittier way of going about it, going undrafted, and also the fact that just taking one day at a time and finally getting your opportunity and grinding that out. And it's been fun to see. But my big question is, like, how cool has it been to come up with Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, probably the two best tandem to ever play the game almost. I mean, I guess that's a hot take that I'll gladly eat all day. Just like, what's been like the coolest learning points from them, or like what's been like the coolest thing that, like, under the radar things that you've just like learned from just visualizations or anything?
Yeah.
I'd love to hear about that.
I mean, I guess one take is just like, I've gotten the first row seat to this whole thing, especially the past few years of them really kind of blowing the cap off for what it means to be a wide receiver quarterback duo in this league. And so, I've gained a lot of knowledge from them, both on the field and off the field. And I think what I've gained off the field from them has transpired more than, or what I've learned off the field from them has helped me tenfold on the field. And that's just because of how they go about their business, knowing that they're the same person on the field as they're off. They're professional. They do everything to the best of their ability. They don't take days off. They take advantage of every rep that they can get. And, they don't slow up at all. And I think, AJ, you can testify to this. Like, absolutely. Aaron holds a very, very high standard for everybody. We'll be in a walkthrough and he'll snap on someone just like that. We'll be joking around, going through the walkthrough. Then one person mess up and Aaron will, snap the energy out of the whole walkthrough and just, make sure everybody's locked in and focused.
That's standard.
And, just seeing him like that, of just knowing that, we can do these things that don't have to be super intense, but as long as we're all focused, we're all staying in sync and detailed, then that's where we can make the biggest growth with everything. So I've learned so much from them. Devontae, obviously, I mean, both of them have been a huge help to my game. Obviously, Aaron being the one throwing me the ball, and learning what he likes to, what routes he likes to throw, the timing of them.
He throws the prettiest football, bro.
Man, it's crazy.
It's literally so crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, trust me. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, I've learned so much from them, and I'm definitely so thankful for them, and to be playing alongside part of them, and knowing that I'm a huge contributor to their success and everything. Like, I take a lot of pride in that, and seeing the accolades that they get.
Absolutely. And speaking of, just in case anybody listening to the podcast hasn't kind of seen, or been paying attention to like what kind of history they're doing right now. Devontae is the first NFL player with 115 catches, 1,300 receiving yards, and 11 plus touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. You got Aaron Rodgers over the last 2 seasons, 36 touchdowns, not one interception against the NFC North. So, I mean, you're just talking about literally two. It's undoubtedly.
I mean, it's crazy.
2 of the best. They are the best at the position, just week in and week out. So, like Alan said, it's honestly, such a humbling experience to just go out there and learn from them every week.
And as someone who's like grown up as a fan, like, I don't think a lot of people appreciate like what's actually going on right now. And it's really just insane. It's just the peak of football for the Green Bay Packers right now, and I love to see you guys just keep it rolling. It's been fun to watch and all that too. So keeping it rolling too. So
one other thing, because this is only our second or third now video episode. I do feel a little remiss that we didn't show your celebration on here, because it is. I watched it a few times. I want everybody on YouTube to see the 443 celebration.
Okay.
So just in case they didn't get a chance to watch it, let's run through that, Declan, if you got that.
5 pass is caught. Lazard. Touchdown. There it is. History for Aaron Rodgers on Christmas Day at Lambeau. Career touchdown pass number 443. Well, we didn't think it'd take too long, and it didn't. Alan Lazard, he catches the out route. Not a very good play there by M.J. Stewart, but look at the effort by Alan Lazard to get to the pylon. That's exceptional effort by Alan Lazard, a guy who has really gained Aaron Rodgers' trust.
443, man. That is awesome. Everybody saw
that's ATT right
there.
Yeah, like you said, 3 years ago, going from just being like, knowing your role as, being a real good run block, really good at run block. The best. Yeah, that's for sure.
Run blocking receiver in the league
I've ever watched. Yeah, I appreciate that stuff. So,
one other thing, just talking about kind of just coming up and, kind of finding your role and finding yourself and just kind of trusting the process. You also are in the history of something else. You caught Jordan Love's first ever touchdown pass. So, I mean, you want to talk about coming full circle. You got the record for the all-time leading with 443 and Aaron, and you caught Jordan Love's first ever pass. And obviously, he's starting to get a little bit more play time and things like that, and, getting experience out there. And, how does that feel? Kind of, obviously, that doesn't set a record, but being on the beginning of somebody else's legacy, what was that like?
Right, that's cool, especially because obviously you never know, where his career will turn out and end up. If you look back at Aaron's career, his first 3 years he didn't play. You see where he is now. So to be the first person, it's pretty cool. Like you said, it's full circle in a sense of, I was the first one. I was the person to help Aaron break the record. And I'm the first person to for Jordan to help start chasing that record in a sense too.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
I think it's pretty cool. And, obviously you got to grow close to Jordan over the past 2 years and everything, and seeing him grow and develop and everything. But yeah, it was obviously a huge, exciting moment for all of us, especially during the game. Really hoping to kind of make a push in that game to come back and win. But yeah, it was a great experience, and obviously it's a memory I'll remember as well.
Absolutely. I remember, I was out there for that game when you scored, and it was just so cool to see because obviously I had trained pre-draft with Jordan, and then we both got drafted first and second round last year, and we were just like, what? And obviously just kind of just seeing him grow, and now he's during this offseason had some chance to play in all the preseason games, and just seeing him light up and have fun as a friend and a teammate, that's just cool to see. And so obviously Allen is actually the first person I met at the Green Bay Packers. He was the first person I drove. I actually drove him before I had my license. I drove him with the permit.
Yep.
Oh, no
Allen
kidding.
was the first person to let me drive them in a car.
You taught him how to do the Y turn because it's terrible.
Yeah. Allen, anytime I drive badly, I just blame Allen.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm not part of the Lizard Legion.
I remember that. Yeah, those are good times.
Yeah. Hey, we got a new segment we're trying out today. We want to just see how quick, we're talking about being quick on your feet, all that, the balance, all that good stuff. Let me know if you're ready for the rapid fire questions.
I'm ready.
As soon as we ask you, first thing that comes to mind, you just go ahead.
Okay.
All right. Start off. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Favorite meal?
Food.
Okay. Favorite movie?
Lion King.
Favorite show?
The Office.
Funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate? Robert Tunyon.
Do you ever listen to podcasts? And if so, what's your favorite one?
To this podcast?
To any podcast.
My favorite podcast is Joe Rogan.
Okay. Best and worst dressed teammates?
Best and worst. The best worst dressed teammate would be Garvin. And I say that because he has his own swag of just not really.
What does he rock, bro?
Yeah, snow boots, sweatpants, black wife beater, headphones, coat.
But he owns it. He owns it.
And he owns it. And that's why I say he's the best worst dresser. On the best overall dresser, I would definitely like to throw my hat into that discussion. I would say me. Yeah, I think Jair and Kevin have both some great swag.
No
Marquez.
Okay, yeah.
Marquez is definitely up there as well.
But if you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, I have to give my nod to Randall Cobb.
I think
classic.
I think Randall Cobb is definitely killing it.
The audience likes
killing the outfit game.
All right, last song or favorite song right now. Last song you listened to.
Last song I listened to. What's on my phone says? I was just listening to something good. Bluffin' by Brent Faiyaz.
Ooh.
On the Lost or F the World album.
Goated.
Okay.
Goated album right there.
Yeah.
All right, last couple right here. If you had one superpower, what would it be?
The fly. Yeah.
Fly. Yeah.
Fly.
I agree.
I think flying would be the best one because for me, I love views, and I love perspective. Perspective has taught me so much in life. Yeah, ATT. Just for the different things that I've been through and everything, but also just like I love just being on top of a mountain, on top of a cliff, and just looking out, just into Mother Nature and just how big the world is, especially in the mountains. So being able to fly.
Would you rather fly 1 mile per hour or run 100 miles per hour?
Ooh. That's a great question. That is a great either
That's
or.
Really slow, bro.
I know, but you're flying.
That's so slow.
Yeah, I think I'd rather run because it flying 1 mile an hour, you could only get 1 mile in an hour, vertically and then horizontally.
That's true. But you're flying.
You could go, but you might be able to go diagonal. Yeah,
it's like okay. Yeah.
All right, we'll put it. What about 5? Like a nice, like a nice slight jog.
That might be nice.
5 is definitely intriguing.
Okay.
But 1, because imagine that you get up here.
I know, right? But you're flying though. I don't know.
You're like, well, I want to get down. Well, it's going to take 1 mile an hour to get all the way down.
Well, I guess you could like free fall and then stop yourself. Maybe I don't know.
Bro, that'd be so terrible. Like you just see everybody walking past you.
Cheat code it.
Like I could get up a mountain before you get up there.
Right.
And you're flying.
But you'd be flying.
You would be flying. I guess your legs wouldn't be tired.
Yeah, that is. It is a good argument, but you're flying.
Yeah, but you're flying.
So which one are you picking?
I'm gonna do 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy fast. That's like
that's fast as shit. You want to see real speed?
Yeah.
Last two, and these ones kind of go together. We already kind of alluded to it. 1 out of 10, how good of a driver are you? And 1 out of 10, how good of a driver am I?
13.
Nice.
28.
13 out of 10. And you? Are we talking, 2020 some, or are we talking like up to date?
We're talking up to date.
Up to date. Okay, I'll give you a solid 8.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'd eat
take it.
that.
That's good. That's huge improvement.
He's still 2 hands on the wheel, but we'll get him up here.
Yeah, for a guy who's had a license for probably less than some of our listeners who just got into high school. That's awesome. We love it. Thank you everybody for hopping on. We do want to shout out everybody who's been following us on Instagram, Twitter. Both of those we just passed 1,000 followers, so appreciate all the support on there. And then obviously YouTube just getting to 2.5 thousand subscribers.
Yeah, crazy by the way.
Huge push today. We started at 200 today, and now we're at 2.5K on YouTube. So we're just gonna keep pumping.
But you started at 200 today.
Yeah,
200 today.
200.
Bro, we're going to the moon. I'm telling you. Get your stock and tune into Dillon.
Yes, get some merch too. I'll give mine.
Tune into Dillon.com. TTD.
Yeah.
We're about to add Alan Lazard to the guest list.
Yes,
it's a very esteemed panel. I'm telling you.
You're building the resume, man.
I appreciate that.
The guest list is growing. But you know what time it is now?
It's a fun fact.
This is the time that everybody's waiting for. The joke is good, but they're always a little corny. Now the fun fact, that's where you learned them. What?
Nothing.
What'd you think I said there, bro? You getting a little excited?
Oh, I thought you said my joke was corny.
Oh. I wish I had that sound bite from Alan on Twitch when he said his thumb slip, but that's for another day. All right, let's go over to fun fact of the day. You gonna start us off with?
Yeah, I'll do it. So I found this kind of interesting. So humans are the only animals that enjoy spicy foods.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess, because we're the only animals that season our food.
Right.
Ooh.
So,
well,
what is spicy if you can't season it?
That's true, but we enjoy the spice. I'm pretty sure
you don't like spice, bro.
You like spice. I don't mind it. I'm not bland on everything. I'm not like
but see, we're Midwest.
That kind of guy.
We're Midwest folks, and it's just like we weren't. I wasn't
it's
raised
just different,
on.
bro.
Yeah,
salt's good enough.
No, I like a nice pepper. Don't get me wrong, but
I'm
not gonna be like, yo, give me that Cajun. Whatever. I'm not trying to burn my face off.
I want to breathe.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Not breathe fire.
Dragon. That's probably the most upgraded form of a lizard, huh? Dragon.
Yeah.
Would you say so?
Yeah, it's part of the.
You gotta the metamorphosis,
evolution.
The evolution process. You gotta get some Pokemon cards, bro.
What was that one book that we had?
Oh,
it was a little bit
Animorphs.
Yes.
Animorphs?
Is that what it was?
I
never read it, but I definitely.
No, me neither. But always at the book fair. It was
always at the book fair.
Yeah.
And it would
it's like some 7-year-old boy turning into a velociraptor.
Oh, the meta. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro, that would be sick for you. That'd be sick. Start everybody off for your lizard legion. Start them off as tadpoles, or you can have them start off like you at Iowa State, little geckos.
What are those called, bro? Metamorphosis?
Metamorphosis.
Yeah,
but it's like little geckos at Iowa State. Yeah. And you're just sitting there selling car insurance, 50%. And then you turn into a fire Charizard.
Charizard, yeah.
Charizard.
You wear a chain.
Charizard.
Yeah, you don't want to get sued or anything. So it'd be a dragon, monster.
Yeah, I might lose
one of one,
Pokemon.
bro.
Pokemon probably has some more.
They probably got
better lawyers than me.
Definitely. All right, I'll hit mine off. My fun fact of the day. There are roughly 40 million kangaroos worldwide. And there are 8 million people in Ohio. So if there was an instance that kangaroos invaded Ohio, each individual would have to fight a minimum of 5 kangaroos. Do you think they'd win that fight?
The humans?
Yeah. 5 kangaroos each.
Depending on what time of year it was.
Ooh, good aspect.
Thinking spring. Early spring.
Oh, so it's mating season then.
Yeah. So they're aggressive.
Yeah, that's a lot more testosterone in the kangaroos. So I might have to give the nod to the Kangos.
Yeah. Do you think you could take 5 kangaroos? Outside of mating season.
Outside of mating season for sure.
You versus 5 kangaroos.
He's big, bro. How tall is a kangaroo?
Bro, a kangaroo's like 7 foot. Bro.
No, it's not.
Bro, they would knock you out. Have you ever seen
we're not 7 feet tall, but
have you ever seen Kangaroo Jack?
Yeah, that's also a movie.
Yeah, with the boxing.
Like, what are you talking about?
Bro,
you're talking about
that's real
an animated movie.
Series. That's a docu-series.
Oh, he speaks English?
Bro, a kangaroo can reach heights from anywhere between 3 feet to 8 feet.
That's what I'm saying, brother. 7 feet.
Well, like, are we talking straight alpha kangaroos?
Bro, the 3 feet ones are babies.
Yeah, you kicking those things.
Bro,
40 to 200 pounds. How much you weigh, Alan?
225.
Okay.
Not what your roster says.
If you can just stock block them, bro, you'd be great. Right.
Right.
Five kangaroos are going to like be bouncing around you, just boop, 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 boop.
Yeah,
but you get jumped by some kangaroos, no pun intended.
Nah, bro, but you throw some shoulder pads on them and you let him lock in. Like,
yeah, if you have a helmet, if you're in pads, I'd give you the nod.
I could definitely 100% on the football field, I would win. Exactly.
Bro, I don't know, bro. Kangaroos,
they got like claws and stuff. They're kind of
I'm telling
5
you.
of them.
All right.
So I have to fight them bare hand, no weapons.
No weapons,
stick,
bro. They don't get a weapon.
No switchblade.
They don't get a
Who
weapon.
says they don't? Give them a gun. They just want to know how to use it.
See what happens. I love that.
They just want to know how to use it. It's not my fault.
That is true. Uneducated. That's not on you.
I love that. That's good stuff.
All right. What you got? What's your fun fact of the day?
My fun fact, it's more of a story, I guess.
All right.
Part of a fun fact. But so my name, the origin of my name, Alan Lazard. Lazard is obviously my dad's last name. He's from Louisiana. It's kind of where that side of my family is from. My first name, Alan, is actually my mom's maiden name. And one thing that I've kind of learned as growing up, because people have always spelled my name wrong sometimes. They've always spelled it A-L-A-N or A-L-L-A-N. And my name's A-L-L-E-N. And I've always been like, why are there 2 different versions of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. But something that I've kind of just like retracted, I think, is that Alan, how I spell it, A-L-L-E-N, is the last name form of it. And A-L-A-A-N is the first name form of Alan. And it's just evolved over time, obviously, and changed and, been used in different ways from that standpoint. But the fun fact is that, my name is actually 2 last names together.
Nice.
That is sick.
Ricky Bobby, but like reverse.
Yeah. That is sick. I have always been told that you can't trust anybody with 2 last names, but
yeah, that's true.
We'll leave that for a different.
But I also have 1 middle name.
Ooh, what is that?
I have
Jamel.
Jamel.
That's close to me. Mine's Jamil. Look at that. And I have 2 middle
Are we
names.
related?
Are you an AJ? Are you an AJ?
I'm AJO.
AJO.
You're AJD.
AJL, AJD. WT. That's kind of
WT.
That's so
I'm
lame.
ATT.
ATT. Everyone's ATT. Everyone should be ATT.
Perfect. Hey, well, Alan, I appreciate you hopping on. This is kind of like a little radio show. So, anytime you're listening to like your local radio, you got you on. Is there anything you want to shout out? You can shout out your mom, family. Everybody's listening to this. The whole world is listening to this podcast.
Yeah, it's 2,500 subscribers, bro.
Since the whole world is listening to this, I will give a shout out to my lovely mom and my awesome dad, who, thank you, yes, a round of applause for those 2, because it wasn't for those 2, I wouldn't be here today, and I wouldn't have 2 awesome last names to be able to represent both families, which I think is pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to my family, the Lazards and the Allens, and holding it down out there.
Absolutely. And make sure you guys go check out ATT. My guy Alan's always promoting it. And before you guys leave, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, listen along on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and go check out ToonenDillon.com. You got all the merch. We got the guest list, everything you want to know about us. It'll be right there. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate Alan once again.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was fun. Peace.